Hey, I'm Matt. It's a 10-minute Bible hour, and I like fishing in rivers like this, but they're bright, so I need good sunglasses. Well, get this. I'm in Nicaragua a while back, and a dude walks up with a board full of glasses, says sunglasses, $3. Well, guess what? I had $3, and I was in the market for sunglasses, so I was like, yes, sir, I'll take those completely legitimate Ray-Bans right there. Don't know how you got them. No concern of mine. All I know is I got Tom Cruise glasses for $3 lousy, right? But then right after I gave him the $3, he offered me cocaine. And that's when I started to think, maybe these aren't real Ray-Bans. Then I put them on, and the whole world turned into this mucky, gross darkness. These lenses make everything worse. Well, I decided not to demand a refund on the outside chance that he was in some sort of cocaine gang, and instead, I went to Fort Collins, Colorado, and spent a couple bucks on these awesome pair of sunglasses. And I could try to hold them up so you can see what they do to the world, but it doesn't work. So you're just gonna have to believe me as you experience the quality of these lenses vicariously through me. There we go. Whoa! Everything is beautiful! Oh! Here's the deal. When we put on a pair of lenses, it shapes everything about how we see the world around us. And if the lenses are good, we see things more clearly. And if the lenses are from a $3 Ray-Ban fake cocaine dealer in Nicaragua, it makes everything look weirder and worse. In this video, I want to take a look at how the interpretive lenses we bring with us to the Bible affect the way we read the thing. The first and most often employed set of lenses through which we encounter the Bible are the lenses of naturalism. You think about it. We all live in the natural world. The rules of the natural world are something that are reaffirmed to us every second of every day of our lives. Whereas the supernatural, that's something that we don't see. We don't interact with it the same way. So people like Thomas Jefferson look at the Bible and say, seems like a really important book, but obviously none of the supernatural stuff could have happened because the natural is all there is. So he went through and actually made an edition of the Bible that scrubs all the supernatural stuff. Well, we might not come at it quite so radically, but still, almost any of us, religious or otherwise, who look at this book are going to be looking at it through the lenses of what is most often affirmed in our daily lives, which is the rules of the natural world. Because I'm profoundly insecure and definitely compensating for something, let's call this second set of lenses spiritual pluralism. We accept the reality of the supernatural, but we believe that all global historical claims about the supernatural are equally likely to be true, and that all religious claims ultimately point to the same ends, the same deity that started it all. If you put on those lenses and you come to something like Jesus saying, I am the way, the truth, and the life, no one comes to the Father except through me, that's going to be problematic for you, and you're going to be tempted to take that as figurative when it looks in the Bible like it was meant to be taken literally. Another set of lenses that we can wear when we approach the Bible is the prove I'm already right about my faith tradition set of lenses. These are the ones where you're like, you know what I really love? Catholicism or Calvinism or Jehovah's Witnessism. I don't even know what they call that. And then you put on the lenses that skew the entire document to read your way so that you'll automatically win all the arguments, because obviously every obscure or difficult to interpret passage supports everything you happen to already think about religion. Every war that's involved Christians ever has involved the lenses of nationalism or tribalism going over the eyes to reframe the Bible into something it needs to be, to justify the conflict and to justify why we are ordained to be the winners. The bottom line is the Bible clearly does not have choosing winners and losers in that regard in view. So those are historically perhaps the bloodiest, most violent, dangerous set of lenses that we can put on. Next up is the increasingly popular I'm the main character of the Bible set of lenses. This is one that I know very well because I wore these lenses for a super long time. So speaking from experience, these are the lenses that are born out of the idea that in the world and in our lives, we are the main character of a very important drama. And we have supporting characters around us who chime in from time to time, some important characters, tragedies come and go, but it's all centered around our development as a hero. If we take that assumption with us to the Bible, then when we encounter passages about God, which would be all the passages in the Bible, we're going to be tempted to overlook what that communicates to us about who God is and what he's doing, and skip right to what does this say about me and how does this affect the unfolding drama of my big important story. Another set of lenses we can put on are the ones labeled behavior, and more specifically, your behavior is the entire point of the Bible lenses. These are getting worse and worse as I go. I really should have thought of catchy names for all of these things, but you know what I mean. This is the habit of coming to the Bible and saying, okay, obviously, people are the main character. Our behavior is the main point of the Bible. So even passages that don't look like they're saying anything about individual behavior must be saying something. And there's got to be a way for me to somehow distill from this story about Peter going to a place and preaching and then getting flogged into a rule that other people need to follow. I thought of the name of it. It's legalism. That's what the name of it should have been. I really do prepare for these. Let's call this next one magical bookism, which is not a scholarly term. These lenses start with the assumption that the Bible came from nowhere. Just magically appeared from God. I don't know how it was handed off. That's irrelevant. There's no historical process or historical context to it. And when we read it, each and every phrase contains magic from God. And so it could be anything. Any phrase could be a promise, could be a miracle that's waiting for you to claim. This set of lenses acknowledges the supernatural, but leads to really the most bizarre claims about what the Bible might mean. The most baffling set of lenses that are popular right now, especially here on YouTube and the interwebs, are the conspiracy theory lenses. These are the ones that say that the Bible is a secret tome full of ancient arcane secrets that can only be unlocked by YouTubers who inevitably never show their face on camera and just say things about numerology and other bizarre theories about the shape of the earth and so forth. In the Bible, I made a video about this. You should probably go watch it because it's delightful. Here's what you need to know. Putting on these lenses causes one to miss, all the actual overt content of the Bible in favor of crazy stuff that never pans out to be what the people who wear these lenses say it's going to be. Another very recently popular set of lenses that people come at the Bible with are the comforting sentimentalism and promises from God lenses. When you put these lenses on, all the stuff in the Bible where God seems to offer comfort to those who are hurting or seems to be saying sentimentally heartfelt things, it just pops off the page. But in the same way the 3D glasses make certain things invisible and certain things visible, these sentimentalism glasses make everything difficult about the Bible just go away. So what'll happen when you have these lenses on is you'll create all of these rules for how God works that aren't actually how the Bible describes God as working. And then what you do, if you wear these lenses long enough, is I think you create a faith time bomb that's just gonna go off at some point when all of these sentimental rules don't go to plan, don't work out the way you envisioned, and then everything breaks when it probably didn't actually need to. It's time for the disclaimer. This is the part that's been happening in just about every video I've made lately, where despite there being no visual evidence to support this, I remind you that I could be full of crap. But I can say this for sure. The reason I know a little bit about all of those lenses is because I either have worn or am currently accidentally still wearing each and every one of those lenses that I just jabbed at a little bit. All of that is to say, And all of that is to set me up to say, here are the lenses that I think are the right lenses to put on if you want to encounter the Bible as it was meant to be encountered. Those lenses have got to be labeled, God is the main character of the Bible. Those lenses have got to be labeled, I am reading this document to understand the deity who holds himself out as being behind this document. Most of the Bible is narrative, or if it's not narrative, it's demonstrative. It's describing stuff that happened or describing how God is. If the lenses we wear don't account for that, then we're almost surely going to read most of this as stuff everyone else should be doing, or rules for living, or maybe we'll fall for the sentimentalism thing. Whatever the case, if we understand God is the main character, not us, God is the supreme being and king of everything in this document, not the reader, not the characters on the page, and that most of this is describing circumstances or the characteristics of God so that you can get that deity better, then I think you got the best chance of reading the thing well. Seriously, this continues to